those who are not educated on what Juneteenth is, Juneteenth is a celebration honoring the day, June 19th, 1865, that the governor of Texas declared every black or African American that was enslaved in that state would now be free, no longer in slavery. So that was pretty awesome, and that came 2 years later after Abraham Lincoln released the Emancipation Proclamation in January of 1863, stating that any African American or black that reside in any of the northern states was free. So that's why you would hear a lot about slaves running north to be free, because they were not freed in the South. So Texas freed the slaves on this day in 1865, and that kind of started a movement. But then, you know, there were southern states that refused to free the slaves within that same year. So there you go. Black history for you. And I just love that people are honoring this day. I think that is pretty awesome. A lot of people are doing things to honor the day. Even our incredibly, how should I put this? Incredibly interesting / somewhat unpredictable, spontaneous president who says that he made this day famous. Yeah. Mr. 45 said he made Juneteenth famous. That's amazing.
The president said, quote, "I made Juneteenth very famous." He went on to say, "It's actually an important event, but nobody ever heard of it."
Because, I mean, people have been celebrating this holiday for a while. But Obama was all about it. You know, the nation was just appalled to hear things like that. And, you know, Obama definitely represented the African American community in the White House when he was in office. And the Obama administration definitely made awareness to this holiday. So, with that being said, there were people that were definitely prior to this day that made this day famous and well known.
Mr. Speaker, leaders and members of both parties, distinguished guests, we gather here to commemorate a century and a half of freedom, not simply for former slaves, but for all of us. At its heart, the question of slavery was never simply about civil rights. It was about the meaning of America, the kind of country we wanted to be, whether this nation might fulfill the call of its birth. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among those are life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
I miss you, Obama, so much. Anyways, so yeah, I know this is later in the day. I was very busy today, and I had a couple of people ask me what was Juneteenth, and it was a few of my friends that aren't African American, so it's kind of cool to be able to educate people on some black history and to educate people on why we are able to be friends and socialize with people of other ethnicities freely, because, you know, days like this started that whole freedom and emancipation of African Americans in the United States. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Love you guys. peace. I did that a little backwards. Ooh.
Yeah.